My dear Christian, I will talk on a very, very important topic. Watching this video and achieving what I will say now is very, very important. Watching this video and achieving what I will say now is a matter of life or death. For that, I want you to hear me very well. Hear me with your heart. Don't hear me with your ears. I am sure if you hear me with your heart, my talking will penetrate your heart, because most of Christians are not arrogant, are not proud. If they know the correct way, they walk in the correct way. If they hear the correct advice, they follow the correct advice. I will talk about very great and incredible scientific miracles in the Holy Quran and Sunnah for 5 minutes. Hear me and then you are free. The God said in Surah eltharyat in chapter number 27 in verse number 47, and we constructed the heaven with strength and indeed, and we will keep expanding. Which means that the God said that He constructed the heaven with strength and He will keep expanding. The recent science proved that the heaven expands with a very high velocity, which it reaches 30,000 light years every 1 second, because there are 275 million stars are created or born every day. For that, the heaven has to be expanded to accommodate these huge numbers of stars. And if the heaven doesn't expand, the universe will be burst. However, the Prophet Muhammad knew that. He was an illiterate man, can read and can write for more than 1,400 years. Did he say from himself, and he will expand, and he will keep expanding, or the God said that and inspired that to him? Very great miracle, which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. Another very great miracle. The Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, if the fly fall in the vessel, dip all of it and then remove it, that one of its wings is a disease and the other is a treatment. The recent science proves that one of the wings of the fly contains antibiotics, which kill the parasites which fall from the other wing. For that, the Prophet Muhammad ordered us, if the fly fall in the vessel, to dip all of it. When we dip all of it, it will drop these antibiotics in the vessel, and it will kill the microbes which fall from the other wing, and it will cleanse and pure the vessel. The recent science proves that, and there are more than great study in USA and Australia proves this very great miracle, and now they produce antibiotics from the body of the fly for the treatment of many diseases. How the Prophet Muhammad knew that from more than 1,400 years, and he was an illiterate man. Very great miracle. Another very great miracle. The Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, every human being is created about 360 joined, and he has to offer every day a charity or donation for every joint. And if he pray 2 rakas in the early morning, it will be equivalent for all that. The recent science proves that every one of us is created about 360 joints, like Muhammad said, for more than 1,400 years. How he knew that? And this fact was well known, discovered from a few years only. Very great miracle, which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. Another very great miracle. The Holy Quran said in Surah Al-Najm, in chapter number 27, in verse number 45 and 46, and He created the two mates, the male and the female, from a sperm drop when it is emitted. Which means that the God said that He created the two types, male and female, from a sperm when it is emitted, which from the sperm of the man. The recent science proved that the sperm of the man controls the type of fetus, and there is no relationship between the egg of the woman and the type of fetus. It was well known until a few years that the egg of the woman controls the type of fetus, until the recent science proved the opposite, that the sperm of the man controls the type of fetus, as the Holy Quran said, from the more than 1,500 years. Very great, very, very great miracle, which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. There are two types of sperms, feminine sperm and male sperm. If the feminine sperm fertilizes the egg, the fetus will be girl, female, and if the male sperm controls the fetus, which as the Quran said. Another very great miracle. The Holy Quran said in Surah Al-An'am, in chapter number 8, in verse number 125. Whoever Allah wants to guide him to Islam, He expands his breast or his chest for Islam, to contain Islam. And whoever Allah wants to misguide him, He made his chest or his breast very tight and constricted, as though as he is climbing in the sky. This is an example for the people who don't want to believe or don't want to convert to Islam. Which means that the God give an example for the people who don't want to convert to Islam, as they are climbing in the sky, and they will feel suffocated. The recent science proves that the percentage of oxygen decreases in the upper layers of the sky, which is equivalent to what the Holy Quran said from more than 1,500 years. How the Prophet Muhammad knew that the percentage of oxygen decreases in the upper layer of the sky, and he was an illiterate man for more than 1,400 years. Very great miracle. Another very great miracle. A scholar Japanese scholar, non-Muslim scholar called Masaru Emoto, make a great book called Message from Water about the incredible effect of reciting the Holy Quran on water. He found very strange things. He found that the crystals of the water changed to make very beautiful structures after reciting Quran in it. He take images for these structures and he put them in his book. And he discovered that the benefits of the water and the character of the water changed to be better and better in the treatment of many diseases after reciting Quran on it. He wrote all that in his book, Message from Water. I will put under this video 8 great miracles provided with links to prove what I say. Now, if you don't want to believe until now that the Holy Quran is from God, I am sorry to say to you that you are arrogant. You have to know that all these miracles is a drop in a big sea from hundreds and hundreds of great miracles in the Holy Quran and Sunnah, which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. 50,000 Christians converted to Islam in Egypt every 1 year, 5 Christians every 1 hour converted to Islam in USA because of these miracles. If you don't want to believe until now that this Quran is from God, I'm sorry to say to you that you are arrogant or are blind. Because if I told you to look at the sun in the sky and you told me that you don't see anything, this means that you are arrogant or blind. You have to know that the greatness and the strength of the miracles in the Quran and Sunnah is stronger than the light of the sun in the sky. And you have to know that the Holy Quran, which contains all these miracles, said in Surah Ali Imran, in chapter number 3, in verse number 85, any person will accept any religion unless Islam will not be acceptable from him, and he will be from the big losers in the last day. And the Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, I swear with whom my soul is in his hand, any person hear about me, Jewish or Christian or any another religion, and don't believe me and don't believe the religion I came with, he will be one of the hell people. You will be one of the fire people if you don't convert to Islam. I made this video because I care about you. I afraid about you. I don't want you to fall in fire. You will fall in fire and you will never come out of it. Don't destroy yourself. You will bite your fingers in the last day and you will cry, but you will not cry with tears. You will cry with blood. And you will remember what I say now and you will blame yourself because you don't obey me. But the time will be off and the door will be closed. Now I have finished what I want to say. Drop under this video and read all what I have written under this video and press the links to make sure of what I have said. And after that, you don't have any excuse, and you will be the killer of yourself if you don't obey me and to convert to Islam.